One of the first steps in setting up your account is adding your procedures to the marketplace. To get started, go to Marketplaces under the Global section. Locate your marketplace name, then open the Procedures table. Here you'll see two sections: Procedure Groups and Base Definitions. To begin, add all the services you offer under the Base Definition section. In this example, we'll set up a service called Migraine IV Drip. Start by adding a simple description. This will appear during the booking process when a consumer selects the product. Next, enter the duration. This defines how long the appointment lasts and determines how it appears on the provider's schedule. We'll set this to 45 minutes for initial setup. You'll need to complete 3 key fields: the name, which is visible to clients when booking, the description, which appears during checkout, and the duration, which reflects in the provider's calendar. Fields like package cost, category, and tagline are used in other parts of the platform and will be covered in separate videos. Once you've entered those 3 required items, click Save to add your procedure to the base definitions. Repeat this process for all services your business offers. Next, we'll configure the procedure for a specific location. Find your organization. In this example, we're using Coconut, Miami, Florida. If you only have one location, this is the only one you'll need to configure. For multiple locations, you'll repeat this process for each one. Go to Procedures, then click Edit to manage the base definition assigned to this location. Here you'll see a list of all available procedures. A plus sign next to a procedure means it's available but not yet active at this location. Click the plus icon to turn it on. Once it's enabled locally, you can configure additional settings. Set a price. This allows different pricing per location. Assign chart forms. The assessment form is typically filled out by the screening provider. The intervention form is completed by the on-site provider, and the consent form is shown to patients when consent is required. Add a medication protocol if your service includes a standard medication or dosage. Okay, let's walk through creating a new assessment form. Cancel out of the procedure editor and go to the EMR section under Form Templates. Click Create Form Template. We'll name this form Migraine Assessment. You'll see various input options like text fields, drop-downs, multi-selects, yes-no toggles, time selectors, and more. Add a header titled Migraine Assessment and create relevant questions. For example, when did the headache start? And can you describe the pain? With options like throbbing, sharp, dull, and other. You can include as many questions as needed. You also have the option to nest this assessment under a general IV assessment template. For example, a general IV assessment might include common questions like reason for IV, past medical history, and additional general screening items. If you want the migraine assessment to include those, set the general form as its parent. Now, when used, both general and migraine-specific questions will appear together. Repeat the same process to create the intervention form, using any inputs you need. Just label the form type as intervention. For consent forms, simply upload a PDF. Patients can sign these during the intake process. Each procedure can be linked to a different consent form, and you can update them at any time. If you assign the same consent form to multiple procedures and later need to revise it, just upload the new version once. The changes will apply to all linked procedures. Next, add medications to complete your medication protocol. For the migraine procedure, we'll include Toradol, 30 milligrams per milliliter, and Zofran, 2 milligrams per milliliter. Specify the units, in this case milliliters, then click Save. Now head back to the procedure section. Find your migraine IV drip and configure the location-specific settings. Set the price, for example, $249. Assign the assessment form we just created. Assign a general intervention form. Attach the appropriate consent form. And complete the medication protocol. For example, 1 liter of normal saline, glutathione 400 milligrams, Toradol 1 milliliter, and Zofran at 2 milliliters. Click Save, and that's it. The procedure is now fully configured and available as a service offered by this organization.